My name is Deborah Green. Thank you for joining me to learn a little bit about your energy bodies. I want to begin by asking a question. And the question is, how far out from your body do your feelings travel? And how far out from your body do your thoughts travel? And I want you to really take a moment to think about that and actually put a number on it. I've asked this question many times to a lot of different people from all walks of life. And the interesting thing is that most people agree that our thoughts and our emotions don't stay confined to our body. Most people agree that our thoughts and feelings actually travel, that they actually extend out from us. And the reason this is so interesting is because it flies in the face of what we're taught. We're taught that our thoughts and feelings and everything that happens inside of us is due to some kind of brain chemistry. But if that's true, then how do those brain chemicals end up traveling outside of us and actually impacting other people? Well, that's because we're not just a bunch of brain chemicals. No, there's much more to us than that. You see, thoughts and emotions are actually energies. They are frequencies, and they do travel outside of us. And that's because we're not just physical. We are energy beings that have multiple dimensions to us. We have several bodies, several energy bodies. And these range from a lower frequency or a slower vibration to a faster or high frequency vibration with several gradations in between. You know, Einstein gave a beautiful gift to humanity with his famous equation, E equals mc squared, which basically means energy equals mass times the speed of light squared, which means that energy and mass, or energy and matter, are interchangeable. In other words, everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. And when those frequency vibrations slow down enough, things begin to appear on the physical level. And that's evident in us by the fact that we have this physical body, and you can see it and touch it and sometimes taste it and smell it and all those good things. So we have a physical body, we exist on the physical plane, but that's not all there is to us. We humans actually occupy multiple planes of existence simultaneously. So one of those planes is the physical, but if we were just physical, we would be just a bag of bones. We would be dead. There is something that animates us. It's the life force, vitality, or the vital force, as it is sometimes called. And I call it the vital body because it's responsible for our vitality, that energy, that get up and go energy. And if you traverse the planet looking at all the various approaches to health and healing, we'll find that every other approach to health and healing that we know of recognizes the existence and primacy of human energy and these energy bodies, except for one. And that is conventional Western medicine, which basically tells us that we're just a physical object. So let's look a little bit deeper at our energy makeup, our subtle energy constitution. So I talked about it being like a continuum. And The continuum ranges from the slow or lower frequency of our physical and vital body to the next vibratory frequency band, which is the emotional body. We all have an emotional body. We experience feelings and emotions. And those are distinct from our physical body. But that's not all there is to us. We also have the capacity to think thoughts. And our thoughts are distinct from our feelings. You can be experiencing your feelings, or you can be thinking about your feelings. And thinking about your feelings is different than actually feeling them. So those are two distinct frequency bands, the emotional and the mental. They're distinct, but they also overlap. But that's not all there is to us either. We don't just move around and have feelings and thoughts, but we also have what's called the universal body, which is responsible for all of those experiences that go beyond thinking and feeling and moving around. So it's a continuum of low or slow frequency all the way up to high and really fast frequency of the universal body. And we humans occupy these various planes of existence simultaneously, and we have these four main energy bodies. So we can understand these energies by taking a look at something like a remote control, because the remote control, like us, it has different frequency bands. So I can press one button and it will turn on my stereo. I can press another button and maybe it'll turn on the television. Or I can press a different button, it'll crank up the DVD player. So those are distinct frequency bands. The stereo, the television, the DVD player. But they also overlap. I can have them playing all at the same time simultaneously, or I can have them just playing one at a time. What ends up mediating that in us is something called consciousness. Consciousness is what holds our energy bodies together and brings continuity to our experience. Another way of looking at our subtle energy constitution might be to think about it in terms of water. That's because in this glass there is water, which is liquid, but there's also ice in this glass. And the ice is actually solid, but its essence is still water. And if I could heat up this glass of ice water right now and cause some steam to come out, the water would be changing form again. It would be changing form into a type of steam, but its essence is still water. So whether it's solid or liquid or a vapor, the essence is still water. And so it is with us. Whether we're talking about our dense physical aspect or our emotional aspect, mental aspect, or beyond, our essence is energy. So I have another quite sophisticated visual aid that I would like to share with you to help illustrate this, and it looks like this. So this, as I said, is a frequency continuum. And so if I'm down here on the physical, vital level, and this cardboard piece represents the veil, and this is the veil of our limited consciousness. So when my consciousness is rather limited, I'm down here on the physical or emotional level, and maybe I'm looking over here at this other person and I'm saying, "You are so strange, you know, you look funny, and what's your problem, and why are you behaving that way, and oh, you over there, same thing, you know, why don't you get it together?" But as I grow in consciousness, the veil lifts, and I'm able to see more of reality, and I'm able to perceive at deeper levels. until eventually I can expand my consciousness enough where the veil drops away and I'm able to really comprehend that not only are we physical, vital, emotional, mental, universal beings, but we are all individuated manifestations of the one source. So thank you for joining me today to learn a little bit about your subtle energy constitution. And I invite you to play with these ideas and see how you can apply them to your life. Thanks again. Bye for now.